everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Trinity and this is Joseph and that's Westlyn. And today I'm going to be talking about how me and Joseph over the past weekend got kicked out of a restaurant. So first thing for backstory, I guess, is I work at this restaurant. It's a very nice restaurant. Like, people who come in are very high-end owners of businesses, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars coming in and eating. So the first part of this is, it was the day after Valentine's Day. It was a Saturday. I had that Saturday off and I had made this reservation weeks in advance, like, because we opened at 4 instead of 5 like usual, so we were gonna be home in time to put Westlyn to bed, and her bedtime is between 7 and 8 p.m. That's just the time that works for us, and it keeps her asleep for a while. So we went in and we sat down at our table. Everything went to plan. My mom straightened my hair for me. This is why I look like this. Like, Joseph was in dress shoes, dress pants, dress shirt. I had heels on. Like, it was like one of those kind of restaurants, and we had really put in an effort into making sure someone could watch Westlyn, and the timing and everything. And so we went in, everything seemed fine, and a little later one of my managers came over, and I thought he was just coming to say hi, and I was like, oh, this is my boyfriend Joseph. And he was like, hi. He was like, did you get this approved? And I was like, no. Like, I had never heard of that in my life, none training, nothing. And he was like, I'm just gonna tell you now, like, our GM is gonna be like really mad if he sees you here, like, and so then he just continued to stand there. So that was like his way of telling us to leave without physically telling us to leave. And so I look over at Joseph and I'm like, so do you just want to leave? And as we're getting up, like, already embarrassed, like, already leaving, he's like, this was not a good decision. This was not a smart move. Like, just to put the cherry on top of the ice cream. And I really just wanted to be like, forget you, I quit. Like, in that moment, like, it was like one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Like, this was my gift to Joseph because he loves absolutely everything that's on that menu. And because of my discount employee, I get employee discount, I get 50% off, and I would be able to treat him at a reasonable price that's within our budget, because Westlyn is on formula now and she has a sensitive stomach, which is why I had to stop nursing in the first place. So her formula is incredibly expensive. It's not some $15 cheap bottle of formula. And she goes through it like this. So I pushed the door a little hard, and then it didn't swing as much as I'd like, so I pushed the second door really hard. Because I didn't say anything, but I wanted him to know that, that was like a really crappy move. Like, and it was also 4:30, so there were 2 other tables in the entire restaurant. We would be good and well done by the time they really needed our table. Like, we had a reservation, so we were in the system. Like, so our table, I was later told, was empty until 6:30. Which means Joseph would have been gone by then because we had to put Westlyn to bed. So I call my mom and everything, tell her what's happening, and I'm just like really upset. Like, I'm bawling in Joseph's car because 1, I'm embarrassed, and 2, I think I'm gonna get in trouble, and 3, my whole plan went to absolute crap. And so then I call the restaurant because I'm like, I need to straighten things up with my GM so he's not mad at me if this is really what was supposed to happen. So my host manager answers the phone and she can't find the GM, so I tell her what happened, and she's like, you did absolutely nothing wrong. Everybody knew you were coming. I don't even know, like, what approved means. Like, basically telling me I was put in a horrible position that shouldn't have happened to me, and I did nothing wrong, and that was that. So, and she's like, call the GM on Monday so you're not emotional, because I was still really upset at this point. And because we got, kicked out. We looked like a pair of kids who didn't have enough money. We came in, realized it was super nice and fancy, had to leave because we couldn't afford it. Or like the manager was like asking us to leave because we had created some sort of trouble. Like we just like looked really stupid. And so the next day, which is a Sunday, we're closed on Sundays, but my GM calls me at 9:30 in the morning, and he's like, I'm so sorry. This is a horrible situation. I'm completely disgusted with that manager and what he did to you. He was like, I've worked at this restaurant for 17 years as a GM, and I've never seen something this bad. He was like, and this really speaks to who you are as a person and your character, because I would have been so much more angry and I would have been making a scene and yelling and shouting, and you did absolutely none of that. You just walked out. And he was like, I don't do this. He's like super duper like conservative, doesn't talk much, does his job, leaves. No friendships, no funny business, nothing. And he was like, I never do this, but on Monday when I see you for work, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yes, you can give me a hug. I just kept saying it wasn't his fault. And I could tell he felt incredibly bad about the whole situation. Let me rewind for a second. On Saturday night, the manager who kicked me out tried texting me and saying, I'm sorry, it was just bad timing. Everybody's been on edge. Basically saying sorry without saying sorry, like, sorry, but I'm not sorry because I was right. And I just didn't respond. And then another host the next day texted me and was like, the manager wants to know how you're doing. And I just didn't respond to that because, you know, how was I doing? I was feeling incredibly embarrassed. Joseph and I ended up at Texas Roadhouse, you know, and like we had been playing this for weeks. It was like me and Joseph never get to go out by ourselves, which is just part of the parent life. So I'm not complaining because we did choose this when we chose Westland. But you know, it was just like we were super excited for this, and it got snatched for no good reason at all. Then the next day I went into work, they hugged me, and that guy hugged me, and then my GM, who asked if he could give me a hug, hugged me too. And the whole night that manager was like, are you hungry? Go try the soup in the back, like all this stuff. And I was just like, I don't want your food now. My manager was like, I don't care. My GM was like, I don't care if we have to do 10 free dinners over, like, I'm gonna make it up to you. And my other manager was like, you can come in this week on us. And I was like, I don't think you know that I've talked to your boss about this. But thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe what you want to see more of, what you want to see next, and we will see you for the